All right, what's up, everybody? August here. I'm just coming forward because I just got some stuff I want to say, and I just can't put it all on Facebook. I'd be writing forever, so sometimes it's easier to say it in a video. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is address the elephant in the room. All right. So why am I wearing a hat? Think of it as a crown. The hat is my crown. Well, why aren't you wearing a shirt? I'm not wearing a shirt because I'm hot and I'm comfortable right now. Okay. Where are you? I'm in the bathroom. Why are you in the bathroom? Because I like the acoustics and I got the lighting and it just seems to work with me. So that should cover all the incidentals. I want to get that out the way so you can focus and hear what I'm trying to say. Okay. So next point. Okay. Anytime you hear the word sacred, as in sacred script, sacred scrolls, sacred weapon, whatever, sacred means secret. Okay. So sacred knowledge is just secretive knowledge. It's knowledge that it's not for everybody. It's knowledge that, well, I don't want to beat the dead horse. You actually get it. Okay, so moving right along. What makes sacred knowledge so important or better than regular knowledge? Okay. Regular knowledge, if you're dealing with regular knowledge, then you're operating with the understanding that someone else has put in your mind. What do you mean? I don't want to get off kilter, but for example, if I'm a foreman, okay, and you work for me, and I can be like, you do X, Y, and Z, okay? I'm telling you to do it. I'm giving you the knowledge to do it, and it's an order, and you're doing what you're told, but at the same time, you don't question that because it's progress. Questioning that will make you not a team player. Questioning that will get you fired, okay? The mission is to build this house. The foreman is the one in charge. He tells you what you need to do. I give you the instructions, I give you the knowledge, and you follow it, okay? That's knowledge. Now, what's sacred knowledge? Sacred knowledge is different. Think of ignorance as a lock. If I give you a piece of sacred knowledge, look at sacred knowledge as a key, okay? And what that key does is it unlocks that lock of ignorance so you can see. The more sacred knowledge you have, the more keys you have to unlock the lock of ignorance, okay? Now, and here's one more good point. Sacred knowledge shows you that you're ignorant, okay? You don't know what you don't know, all right? And I can give you all the knowledge in the world without hitting that critical point, giving you just enough critical mass to free you to where you wake up. Sacred knowledge wakes you up. You get some sacred knowledge, you'll be like, wait a minute, if this means this, then bam, bam, bam. Okay? So we're talking about unlocking ignorance. And that's the whole purpose of sacred knowledge. So if I'm withholding sacred knowledge from you, I'm trying to keep you ignorant for a reason. Okay? Next point. What is ignorance? In a sense, just off its cuff, ignorance is just simply not knowing, okay? And since we're talking about ignorance and what I just said knowing, we're talking about the mind, okay? So what is an ignorant mind, okay? An ignorant mind is a mind devoid of knowledge, okay? Simply put, an ignorant mind is a mind devoid of knowledge. Now, give me that in an example. Okay, we know the Marines. Have you ever heard the phrase jarheads? Okay, my brother was a Marine. He came back from basic training. I'm a young kid, and I was just talking to him, and he was just, he was using the vernacular the Marines use, and I'm like, so what do they call y'all jarheads? He said that they call Marines jarheads because it's like their head is a jar. You can open it up, put anything you want to put in there, and then close it back up. You see what I'm saying? So that's what we're talking about. When we're talking about ignorance, we're talking about a mind so devoid, okay, that you can put anything you want to in it. All right? So that's getting a little bit deeper as far as what ignorance means, but from a mind standpoint, that's what we're talking about. Okay? When I'm talking about ignorance, I'm using it in that respect. So what's the opposite of ignorance? I'm going to tell you the opposite of ignorance is calm. But that doesn't make sense. Well, another word for calm is wise. But why would you say that? Simple. It's like this. Okay? A calm mind is an empty mind. Okay? Now, you would say, well, isn't that the same as an ignorant mind? No. An ignorant mind is devoid. Okay? A calm mind is empty. I don't know what that means. Let me give you an example. But let me say this first. Okay? An empty mind sees everything. Okay? So just to stand calm. All right? And calm is important because you're empty. You're not reacting. You're not doing anything. A calm mind is an observant mind. That in itself, just to remain calm, is wisdom. Because you see everything. Now, let's talk about the difference. I'm in the bathroom. Let's say my toilet overflows, right? So my toilet's overflowing. I'm like, man, what am I going to do? First of all, I'm going to keep calm. Second, I'm going to go to my computer. I'm going to open it up, okay? And I'm going to scroll to a file that says plumber. I'm going to click on that file and I'm going to follow the instructions. I can call the plumber, I can do whatever, I can do it myself. All the instructions are right there. That's an example. So when you look at the computer, all those folders that are sitting in that space where I just went to the one that said plumber, I got a myriad of folders sitting on my desktop, okay? The desktop is the emptiness holding the folders, okay? So is it empty? Not necessarily. I got all these folders sitting there in that empty space. What's ignorance? Ignorance is, it's like, oh my God, my toilet is overflowing. Now I'm reacting. Oh my God, I'm not calm. I'm like, ah. So now I am reacting, okay? And when I'm reacting, that's not getting done. But let's just say I go to my computer for whatever reason. I open up my computer, okay? But there are no folders there. The folders, the desktop is devoid of folders. I can't even, there's nothing to click on, okay? Ignorance as well. So, empty, ignorant mind. Okay, so I want you to understand the difference from that standpoint. Calm is empty, but ignorance is void. Calm sees everything. Ignorance, because it's devoid, all it can do is react. Okay? So, opposite, calm, wisdom, calm, empty, mind, devoid. Okay, the computer, I gave you that. Okay. So, an ignorant mind is a reactive mind. An ignorant mind is never still. Okay? It can't be still. All right? So, calm. Now, I already told you, a calm mind sees everything. Now, I'm starting to repeat myself, so let me get on, okay? Okay, what makes us ignorant? Now, think about this for a second. What makes us ignorant? Okay? You could say, well, we're ignorant because we don't know. Understood. But because you don't know, what do? You react. Okay? So, what makes us react? What animates us? Now we're getting to the cusp of it. And this is the whole I'm talking about. We're talking about emotions. Okay? Now, we already established that an ignorant mind is a reactive mind. Always going off. Well, what does emotions do? Take the E off. Just take the E off the word emotions. You have motion. Period. Okay? Emotions are a stimulant. Think of them as a drug. Okay? If you do anything before, and first of all, let me just press pause, bam. So what's calm? Calm is a state of mind. It's not an emotion. It's a state of being. What's peace? Peace is a state of being. You follow me? Now, let's get back to emotions. We already established that pretty much emotions are a drug. They are a stimulant, and they make you move. Okay? They make you react. So, what's the difference? Okay? Let me see. Emotions. Think of a baby. All right? You know how people be like, man, you're behaving, listen to me, you're behaving very maturely. You're behaving very immaturely. You're acting like a child. You're acting like a baby. What do babies do? They have no language. Their mind is totally devoid of anything. So when they need something, they rely on their emotions to get it to them. Now, are emotions bad? Okay, you can be happy. That's an emotion. You can be sad. You can be in love. Love is an emotion. Grief is an emotion. Hate is an emotion. Rage is an emotion. But all these things do is they make you react. They take you out of reality. All right? And you just start going crazy. Think about how a baby, because I don't want to beat a dead horse. Think about how a child acts. When you think about maturity, what is maturity? Control. Having control of yourself. Okay? Keeping calm. You understand? Now, before I go any further, emotions. What are emotions? Okay, emotions are drugs. Now, there's two more steps I want to take with emotions, but let me deal with this really quickly. You know when something happens and they be like, stay calm. Why do they say that? What does that mean? Okay, if I stay calm, if something goes down and I'm staying calm, okay, then I'm still. There's nothing in me that's animating me. I'm calm. My mind is empty. I can see. I can see everything around me because there's nothing occupying my mind. What do you mean? Well, if I'm not calm, then something is in my mind. My mind is behaving to panic. Panic's not an emotion, but fear is. Okay? Fear incites panic. So, if I'm scared, I'm holding fear. Fear is that emotion that's in my mind, and now I'm reacting. Do you understand? I'm acting scared, okay? Because I'm holding that emotion. I let it in. Now, what is that doing to me? Well, when I am frightened, what's happening? Not only am I holding it in the mind, not only is it occupying mental space that I could be using to use my common sense and see what's going on, my focus just narrowed. And not only is my mind occupied, guess what? Because I'm scared, my body is responding. My brain is pumping epinephrine. My brain is pumping adrenaline, okay? I'm sweating, okay? My bowels are starting to get disturbed. I'm peeing. I'm this, that, and the other. That's what emotions do. That's the trigger, okay? Once the emotion gets in me, now I'm behaving a certain way, all right? Even if I'm the aggressor, okay? If I'm mad, then what am I doing? I'm holding anger, okay? My mind is occupied by anger and I'm reacting. I'm reactive. What are you reacting to? I'm reacting to what made me angry. Now what's happening? Now my mind is no longer focused on everything around me. I'm focused on that point that made me mad. So let's say you're a manager and some employee just got inside your head. Think about this. Some employee got inside your head and now you're mad. You're trying to do your job, holding the knowledge of how to do your job, and now that's being impressed upon you by the anger you're holding. So you're reacting to the anger. You're moving things around, you're moving hard, you're jerking stuff, okay? You're moving people around. That's the anger that's taking over your body, okay? You are, I'll just say, possessed, and I'll go to the second part. What are emotions? Well, emotions are drugs. Why do you say they're drugs? Because they're stimulant. They could be a stimulant or a depressive, but you're reacting to something like a drug will cause you do. Well, why don't we call emotions demons? Ooh, you're getting biblical. No, think about it. Think about it. When you're out of your mind, when you're not behaving right, you may as well be possessed. Don't you see that? If I get mad, I'm like, whoa, then I let something in. You see? My mind is so devoid that I lost it. Think about it. Think about the terms we use to describe people that are insane, that are acting crazy. We're telling, the definition you're using to describe them is you see it. But because you don't have that sacred knowledge, you don't have the key to unlock it to actually backtrack and process what you're hearing. Okay? So anybody that's scared, that you call it a fear demon. The fear demon gets inside of you, and then how do you behave? Well, think about it. If I'm a cop and I'm profiling you, this guy's a serial molester, okay? What? He has desire. He's not controlling his desires. What are desires? Emotions. Okay, so I'm going to profile you based on he's a sexual predator, he's this, that, and the other. Well, all these people are acting out emotions. Now, if there was let's say a fear demon or an emotion, let's say a sex demon or desire demon, then all I'm going to do is profile, okay, what somebody crazed about, like what a sexual molester or child molester, this and the other. All these people, and I know I'm starting to follow myself. Think about this. All these people are acting on impulse. That impulse is something inside them that causes them to move, that's giving them motion, that's animating them. These are emotions, period. Now, what's behind the emotion defines what they're going to do. Okay, if you're scared, you're going to run. If you're mad, you're going to attack, or you're going to do something. So by me keeping a calm mind, I can sit back and just identify the emotion you're going through right now, then I can not react, but I can behave appropriately because I'm seeing it all. Okay? When you're calm in the situation. Calm is a stillness. Stillness is not an emotion. It's a state of mind. Okay? Peace. Tranquil. Think about this. Know the difference between states of mind and states of emotions that are working on you. Don't want to beat a dead horse, but look at the detectives. Look at all these people that are the antithesis. Look at the people that are coming to the rescue. One thing they all have in common is that they're calm. And because they're calm, we see them as wise, you know? Think about it. Sherlock Holmes. Okay? Wise man, but what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? I mean, think about it. He's profiling. He's putting everything together. He's like special units. You feel what I'm saying? Forensics. He's being calm and he sees it all. All right? He can see the blood splatter because he's calm enough to take it all in. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, so I'm going to move on. So now, when I was talking about emotions, there was one more step I want to put in there. Okay, are emotions bad? This, that, and the other. It doesn't make a difference what emotions are. The fact is, you're being taken over. Okay, an angel can jump into you just as fast as a demon can. So what are you saying? I'm saying that if you're not calm, you're something else, and whatever that something else is, it's manipulating you. So, is love bad? No, love is a great emotion, but I can tell you for every song that tells you love is great, I can find a song that tells you love is bad. There's a Japanese proverb, and it translates: don't grieve, neither grieve or love, just serve. Think about that for a second. That's deep. But then again, maybe you're not processing the way I'm processing it, but think about that. Jesus, he said, just love everyone. But what does that mean? And now we got to get into peace. But I'm going to get into that in a second. And I don't want to start fumbling over my mind with, talking about Jesus right now. But I'm going to get back into address the positive of love. But the point I'm trying to say is this, and I'm just going to put it out there. If I have an agenda, okay, then I'm gonna achieve that agenda through you, that you're being an ignorant person, through your emotions. So, you have something that I want from you. We'll say there's two ways I can come at you. I can threaten you. I can be an aggressor and be like, give it to me, and the fear in you will make you capitulate and you'll give me what I want. Or I can flatter you. I can be like, oh man, you're so beautiful, you're this, that, and the other, and Jesus loves you. Hey, walk this way. La la, love is great. See what I'm saying? Either which way I get you. If I'm getting you with happiness, because happiness is an emotion, but understand, if you're happy, you're reacting. And as long as you're reacting, you're not understanding. There's a part of your brain that's not empty enough to process what's going on. I can get you with happiness. I can get you excited. You see what I'm saying? And either way, you lose focus. I'm trying to not let you see what's over here to make you lose focus. So I can do that through fear and aggression and anger, or I can do it through flattery. Parents do it all the time. Son, do this and I'll get you some ice cream. Ice cream, okay, yeah. He doesn't realize he just got manipulated. He's happy. Okay? So basically, I just want you to understand, and I'm not trying to demonize emotions, but you got to understand, okay? Your masters are. That's what makes this knowledge sacred. If I can keep you in that zone of like a dog, making you wag your tail every time I give you something, if I'm appealing to your emotions, you don't know you're being possessed. If you don't keep that same calm state of mind, you're not going to see it. Period. I talked about hate. Okay? And basically, hate, fear, any emotion, you're reacting. Okay? If I'm mad, if I hate you, then I am reacting off the hate that I have for you, and it's clouding my judgment because I don't have use of all my mind. Why don't you have use of your total mind? Because I'm not calm. because my mind is not empty enough to see what's going on. I'm being occupied, I'm being pushed, I'm being reactive. Okay? Now, you see this concept. I follow martial arts. I study, and actually, to be honest with you, I learned this from Kung Fu. Okay? But I've always told people, one is a sum of all things. If you master one thing, if you learn one thing, Japanese say, know one thing to master 1,000. If your head is clear, if you're focused, if you're calm enough, I don't care if you're tying your shoes, you're going to learn the lessons in life that you need to learn. As long as you're focused and not being occupied with all this other mumbo jumbo. So, and again, love is the same thing, but even if it's good, okay? Here's the thing, check this out. Is love, Jesus said just love. Before I get to Jesus, let me say this. Peace. Calm. Peace. Peace is a state of mind. What is peace? Why is peace better than war? Okay. If I'm at peace, okay, I'm in order, okay? I am in a state of order that nature has intended. If I'm in a peaceful place, this place is in order. It's functioning in harmony with everything else around it, and that's what makes it peaceful. When I'm in a state of peace and I see things as they really are, this is where I can create. Because I see it for what it is. I hope you're following me. You can create things from the position of peace, because when you're in a position of peace, you're in order and harmony with everything else. So if there's something missing, you can make it. The first person to ever make a bird feeder was a guy that was admiring his garden, and he was at peace, and he saw, why don't I like birds? What can I do to make the birds come? Hey, then it came to him, because he had an empty mind. I can create a birdhouse, okay? And I can put the birdhouse here with the bird feeder, and the birds will come. So the point I'm trying to say is that love is not the end all. There's one more step. There's one more step after love. All right. Why? Because you need that extra step, because love in itself, wars have been started just for love on itself. But when Jesus said just love one another, that's the start. Okay. When you love, what are you doing? You're in harmony with that person. When you love your mate, you're in harmony with your mate. That harmony brings peace. And through peace, if you're open, if you're paying attention, you're like, oh, I get it now. Why is war bad? Why is peace greater than war? Because in war, what do you have? In war, you have people reacting. I just use the analogy of the Marines, jarheads. Hey, soldier, go over there and kill those civilians. He's reacting. He's creating war. All right. So why is peace better? Because peace can take a step back and see everything. If I'm calm and I'm in a position of peace, I can beat any battle. I can beat any war. Do you understand? Because I can see the holes. I can see what's going on behind it. And that's why you gotta stay calm. And that's why you have to, for example, two people are warring. They want me to be the mediator. Okay? He's not gonna see this person. Two people, when I say warring, what are they doing? They are reacting. They are full of emotions, whatever those emotions are. Okay? And even some people, we say peace, but we don't know what that means. So we say, oh, we need to be peaceful. Well, then let's practice love. No, that's not peace. Love is an emotion. And you're going to be reacting off that. But they don't tell you that. This is sacred stuff. It's a secret. And that's why, you know what? I'm going to tell everybody. Because you got to know it. You got to know that you're being gamed. All right? So basically, you got to think of all these things that come together. And I may as well finish this thought. Calm, state of mind. Peace, state of mind. What's another state of mind? Contentment. You understand? Contentment. Being content, it's not an emotion. It's a state of mind. You feel me? Like the Japanese proverb said, don't grieve, don't love, stay right in the middle, serve your people, be content with serving. So the point I want you to make is, the point I'm trying to make, let me see, peace, war, state of mind versus emotions. The point I just want you to see is that if you're not working from an emotional state, and you can recognize it. You know what an emotion is. How do I know if I'm being moved? Because if it's moving you, okay? If you are reacting, that's an emotion and it got a hold of you, okay? When I was a kid, I can push my mother's buttons. I couldn't beat her up. I couldn't beat my brother up, but boy, I can push those buttons. That's war, okay? I was practicing psychological warfare before I even knew it. Okay, Mom, you don't want me to do this? Well, guess what? I'm gonna make sure you have a bad day because I'm about to drop something on you that's gonna mess you up. So she's reacting. I may get an ass whooping, but I won. Because when that's done, she's gonna feel guilty for beating her child, but I just messed up her whole day because she let me in. She didn't recognize, and I didn't even know what I was doing, but think about it, people. You look at the news. What does news do? It invokes emotions. It let all those demons come inside you. And I don't want to be throwing you and getting you all scared when I'm using the words demons, but you got to think about this. You are possessed, dude. Whether it's Cupid, what's Cupid? Cupid is a love demon, okay? Or whether it's any other thing, you're reacting. And as long as you're reacting, so what are you saying? If you're calm, you can't react? No. But if I'm calm, if I see two people about to fight, I got my money on the calm person. Why? Because what are some derivatives of calm? Confident. Is confident an emotion? No. It's a state of mind. All right. Why is he confident? He's confident because he knows something. What do you mean? No, he's wise. He's calm. He's wise. He sees things. Now I'm gonna put my money on a calm dude, or as applies to the one guy, I'm gonna beat you up. He's just selling wolf tickets, blah blah blah, barking, gah, 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 gah. Yeah, whatever. I got my money on this guy. Why? Because he knows something, and that's another thing. It speaks to you. Love speaks to love. Okay, courtesy is contagious. Da 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 da. If someone is calm, they're speaking to you. You don't know it because we're so blocked right now. We're like that kid. We're so ignorant. We don't see it. But think about it. Think about the demeanor of Gandhi. Think about the demeanor of Buddha. Think about the demeanor of Martin Luther King. Okay? If they just want you to react and lose your mind, lose focus, then you get all over. I'm not saying, look at that, I'm sweating like a mother. I'm not saying, nonviolence doesn't work, this, that, and the other. Obviously it worked, but what I want you to see is that you think peace is one thing when it's something else. You think calm is weakness when it's something else. Okay? And you have to know, and when you look at these leaders, I'm not telling you nothing you don't know. You just never seen it like that. And even when I'm talking to you, I'm invoking your emotions. Well, I mean, for example, I'm a salesman, or at least I can be, personal trainer, I got to sell. Then, yeah, I can cheat. I can work on your emotions. I can get you excited. I can speak to your emotions, speak to your appeal, and I can get you to do what I want. Am I conning you? In the manner of speaking. But that's what everybody's doing. Okay? You're appealing to that emotion, and whether that emotion is making you do something positive or if it's making you do something negative, you're being used. Emotions are tools. And if you don't know that, the people that hold this sacred knowledge are just manipulating you like Geppetto and Pinocchio. You don't know what's going on. I'm starting to beat a dead horse, and I don't want this to be long, so I'm going to let that go. But I couldn't write this on Facebook. If I was going to write this on Facebook, everything I just told you, who knows how long that'll be. And just like you ain't trying to read all that, you got things to do. I just want to get it out, let you see what's going on. And one last thing I wanted to say, and I'm just going to go ahead and just put it on here because it is, I think it's just as poignant. We've all heard the saying, nice guys finish last. And it's true. But you have to think about the context of last. What do you mean? For example, you like this girl, right? But she ain't feeling you because she likes Billy Badass, And so she's going to go over here because he's popular, because he's all this, and she ain't got time for some boring nice guy. Meanwhile, Billy Badass gets her pregnant, not once, but twice, and he leaves her. So now she's over here with 2 kids, single mom, okay? But that's not good enough. Still this one guy, the one nice guy, she ain't trying to feel that. She's going to go online now. And she's going to date all these guys online and then get used, things don't happen for whatever reason. And so now here it is, her last option. She's down in the dumps. Her kids are like 10 years old. She's single. Now she wants to go to someone that's nice. Now she's learning. She's been beat down. Now she wants to go to the nice guy. So basically, when they're saying nice guys finish last, perhaps, but we're the last choice after all has failed. It's the nice guy that's raising your kids, your bastard kids. It's the nice guy that pretty much pulled up the slack from all those other dudes that you didn't want to give a chance. You see what I'm saying? So you have to think about that. I mean, and unfortunately, it takes life. You got to live. Okay, now here you are, 40 years old. This guy loved you. He saw what was in you from the jump. And now you got 2 front teeth missing because your pimp beat your ass. So you've lived a hard life. And now you finally turn to this guy that always loved you. The goodness in his heart loved you. And he takes you in. But look at what you gave him. Okay? You could have been the apple of his eye and now you're some kumquat. Okay? You're like a avocado. But he loves you. He's nice. He's going to stand by you, raise you and your kids. But what did you give him? You gave him your last choice. And because he's nice, he still stayed with you. And look at what he's left with. Now, I realize that's vain, and I realize that's hard. But I want you to understand, all this stuff, it's deep. It gets deeper and it gets deeper. So what I want to do is I want to be like, hey, if you're a nice guy like me, stay nice. Don't worry about that. Okay? Karma is going to bring it around. And all these nice guys that gravitate around you while you're still online, the ones you let go, the ones that's like, nah, he didn't want to. We're watching you. We see the state you're in, and we're like, boy, I'm glad I didn't go with so and so. So nice guys, keep your head up. Okay, we may finish last, but understand we're just the last choice of everybody else. But that don't make us bad because it's the nice guys that keep everything going forward. Okay, your kids are going through school and they got a roof over your head because of the nice guy you finally had enough common sense or enough sense to be with. So understand that, all right? If we're talking about opening up your brain and looking at the world differently, I just wanted to finish with that so you know. And granted, yeah, I'm a male, so I'm coming down hard on the females, but it works both ways. There's girls out there that mean well, they're nice girls, but they ain't all up with the fake eyelashes and fake this, so you don't see them, guys. But it all goes back to that calm, the wisdom, okay? If you weren't reacting to the eye candy, if you weren't reacting to the theatrics, then you would see a person for what they are, for who they are, in their actions, okay? Erase the emotions, stay calm, keep a level head, and then you can see everything for what it is, okay? Out here.